Welcome back. Davide Di Giorgio here at David Speaks TV. Subscribe at davidspeakstv.com so you never miss one of our amazing interviews, one of our amazing guests, or any of the awesome sharing content celebrations that I share with you right here on the channel. Today, I'm super, super excited to introduce to you an amazing woman who's become a great friend and a workout partner most mornings at 7 a.m., part of the official 7 a.m. crew here in San Diego. Nicole Fox is a speaker, a coach, a podcaster, and an author. You can learn more about her at CaseyNicoleFox.com. Casey, how are you?
We're doing fantastic, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. So I ask it multiple times in the book, Being Unapologetic. We're about to launch, depending on when someone is watching this, we may have already launched, most likely. What are you celebrating today?
I am celebrating life.
I love that. What's good? What's good in your life right now? What's one specific thing?
So my baby is Life by Design magazine, and I am super excited for the growth that we've gotten. The numbers are shooting up. We're getting more submissions every day that we can handle. So it's all really good problems that we're having and running into. So I'm just excited for the growth in San Diego and bringing more real connections to the San Diego community.
Yeah, and Casey's being modest because she's not telling you that Life by Design is the #1 and only printed magazine in San Diego for entrepreneurs. It's amazing. I'm so blessed and honored to be one of the contributing writers since the beginning, and I see no end in this. I love it. I enjoy it. I love the connections that I make through it. If you're in San Diego or ever come to San Diego the first Monday of the month, unless it's Labor Day, then it's the second Monday of the month sometimes. But the first Monday of the month, we have a big launch party right in San Diego. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet the people on the cover often in the book. I've met so many amazing people through that. What a great celebration. I celebrate you guys for starting that because it's really made my life so much more fun all of a sudden.
Thank you.
So you are one of our unapologetic influencers in Being Unapologetic. As we said, we launch live on August 22nd all around the world on Amazon. You can pre-order your copy right now or order it, depending when you're watching the video, at beingunapologetic.com. And I just want to read, before I ask you anything and reveal what your unpersonality is, a little excerpt. It's so cool. It's real. It's here. It's like so cool to have it in my hand. So this is one of the little shares that you make in your contribution. ... your personality, your unpersonality, it means having a mentor and a team around you so that no matter what life throws at you, no mess will get you down. The world tells us we need to apologize for needing other people, but the reality is we actually need other people to get us out of our messes in life. And when we're in a mess, we need to embrace it so we can find those mentors and that team to help us become unmessable. It's a word so near and dear to my heart. It's a word that is part of my own personal declaration for this year, that I want to become more unmessable because I'm very sensitive. I'm a Pisces. I'm very easily swayed by other people. Tell us, for you, a little bit more, like, what is being unmessable and how does that show up in your life mean for you?
So I think that when we think about messes, we think about ugly and dirty and gross and sticky, like the thing that's left on the counter the 2 days after you did the Thanksgiving dinner, right? Like that's a mess. But a lot of times that's life. It's the dirty, it's the sticky, it's the messy. The thing is that you can never fully be unmessable. The only way that you can really be unmessable is to embrace the mess and really focus on all of the things that create the mess and honing in on that, if that makes sense. And for me, like I said in there, the first step into becoming unmessable as possible, is having people in your life who can get you in the right direction. like Thanksgiving dinner, for example, you have a lot of people in the kitchen helping, right? You have mom, grandpa, whoever else is in the family who's all putting in to help make the festivities happen. And so it's a lot of hands that are helping to make something happen. And in that same way with life, the only way you can ever become unmessable and have a clean kitchen is to use all of the tools that you have at your dispense.
I love that. It's so interesting because even for me, my own, and this is the beauty about the language that I'm sort of like bringing to the world, is that each person has their own unique interpretation of it. And I love what you're saying, because for me, unmessable is just like, no, I'm just gonna, doesn't matter. I'm this like
Right.
mountain. But what you're saying, I love it because it allows you to look at what are the things that are gonna mess you.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those and then decide, well, what am I going to do about it? And do I need people to support me on that? I love that. So, okay, so tell me then, we're at Thanksgiving dinner. We've got the crew in. What else can help to become unmessable? What are some of the things, or how has it shown up in your life? Like, where have you been able to sort of lean on others to help you with the messes?
So my life was a total mess until I had mentors. Total mess. So a little bit about my background. I won't take too much time, I promise. I was raised in foster care in a mental institution, and I was physically, sexually, and emotionally abused as a kid. So, when I became an adult, all I knew was mess.
Mhm.
I didn't know how to be financially stable. I didn't know how to be emotionally stable. And so when I was 18, I moved to California for a guy. And I like to say it was the best and worst decision of my life. Um, and when we broke up, I became homeless, and I didn't have any family here in San Diego. And so I was couch surfing. And the only way that I knew how to get an apartment and get a car was to get more money. And so I got credit cards and payday loans. And slowly but surely, I was drowning in financial debt with interest rates that were going up faster than I could possibly pay off my debt. So very fast, I was drowning. And so the only thing I knew how to do was get more jobs. And so my fourth day job ended up being my mentors who changed my life. And so um, I definitely it was in the trenches and knew the mess that was my old life. And so for me, some of the things that helped me get out of that mess was money management. Time management also, and having mentors and people who believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. And I think that's a big key, especially for us entrepreneurs. A lot of times when we hit mess, we hit this point where I've got so much going on, I don't think I can get through it. One of my favorite quotes is, if you're going through hell, keep going. And so it's always been very powerful to me, no matter what I've been going through, is always to remember that, is that if it sucks right now, don't stop. Keep pushing through. And having people around you to help believe in you, to help you to push through, is really important.
Yeah, it's so funny because when I look back on my life, I've moved to San Diego recently from Toronto, and there was a period in my life. I went through this dry spell of success where I was like, I cannot reproduce success. And I was one of these super high achievers, always had success in my life. And like, what is going on? And when I started to look back at when I achieved the greatest things in my life, there was always, every single time, a mentor attached. Every
Mm-hmm.
time. And I thought,
Mm-hmm.
okay, why am I trying to lone wolf this thing? That doesn't work, obviously. And results show me that when I've had someone who's like showing me the way, it works. So I'm super thankful and blessed to be hanging around with someone like you and someone like Stephen, your mentor, also to be learning and observing. Is like, oh gosh, like every time I talk to you, you say something that I'm like, oh gosh, I've never thought of that. That's interesting. So you're so right. Community really does make a big difference. Now, I'm sure this connects to the book also, because when you build community, there are always naysayers and people like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And so you have to be a little bit unapologetic. So let me ask you, for you, how does being unapologetic show up in your life?
Am I allowed to cuss?
Sure.
Don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
Mm,
Honestly, being unapologetic is saying, I am who I am, and I'm going to
mhm,
build this whether you're with me or you're against me. It's saying, I have enough passion and belief in what I want to do that I don't need your approval. That makes
mhm.
sense. And building community is all about that. I can't even tell you how many people, and it's not even just the people saying like, oh, like, what are you doing, this doesn't work, but also it's the people trying to give their input, and like
Oh,
just tons of like invalid input. And don't get me wrong, like a lot of people have great input, but if you don't have any experience in something, who are you to give input? But anyway, so you do get a lot of that, and so it ends up just being, I'm going to do this and I have a team with me, and if we fail, then we'll learn from it and do the next step even better.
and that's the other thing that I found with the peanut gallery, or the, what are the two guys in the Muppet Show, Stedman and I forget the other guy's name, who are always sitting in the box and they're like
Yeah.
criticizing everything, right? Like, okay, I'm taking action. I'm taking unapologetic, and I'm unmessable in my action. What are you doing except sitting there from the outside looking in and saying, you should do it this way or this way, or you're doing it wrong. I mean, like, I'm just taking action, and you and I know, and the people we hang around know that action creates a lot of results and momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bad,
Yeah.
or ugly, doesn't matter. But the fact is, we're where we are because we take unapologetic action on our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So tell
Yeah, that's
me,
very
you're
true.
up to so many things right now. I mean, how many companies are you like managing nowadays? I mean, it's insane. But
uh
what are you most excited about these days?
Honestly, so I'm launching my own book coming out in the fall of this year.
Nice.
And so it's about quitting on the things that are holding you back in life instead of quitting on yourself. So you can see more information about that on my website, caseynicolefox.com. And obviously, I'm always super excited about the magazine, and we're always looking for writers and people who want to contribute to the San Diego entrepreneur community and the global entrepreneur community, because we literally hit nations around the world.
And it's so crazy. I tell people, at every event, now we've got like between us, we've got like events all the time. So if you want to hang out in San Diego and come to an event, like, we got you covered. I tell
Mm-hmm.
people all the time, it's free to write in the magazine right now.
Yeah.
There's no tricks or whatever, and people still don't do it. Right now, I'm so glad that you're getting a lot more submissions now. So maybe
Yeah.
at some point it won't be free and it's going to get much more difficult to get in. So people, listen, if you would like to be a contributor in a magazine, check us out, Life by Design magazine. Either reach out to me or reach out to Casey personally, and we'll get you set up. It's an awesome, awesome experience and such an amazing way to build a tribe and credibility. Speaking of which, you are offering an amazing offer. So right now, when people pre-order the book or they get the ebook internationally and do a couple of little steps, you can check that all out at beingunapologetic.com. We actually just hit over $15,000 US in bonuses, and you're offering a great little bonus. Tell us about what that is.
So, I'm sorry, this is recorded. I came up with that on the spot, so I don't remember what I called it.
No, yeah, we can cut that out.
So sorry. What did
No,
I
it's
call
okay.
it?
So what I'll do is, yeah, we'll cut from here and then we'll put it back in. It was I guess I forgot to tell you that too. Um, I just
Oh,
didn't.
how to write, how to article writing for massive
Yeah,
profit. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
cool.
So just start and then we'll be able to cut. No problem.
Sorry. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing a recorded webinar, how to write articles for massive profit. So it's going to be a whole webinar with a bunch of how-tos, because I'm a nitty-gritty detail kind of person. So I'm going to give you all of the nitty-gritty details. I've ghostwritten over 100 articles. I've written 3 books, been featured in 2 additional books. So I've had a lot of experience on content, especially being the editor in chief of the magazine. So I've seen what what articles make money for clients, for the people that are writing them and get them more clients, and what articles don't. So I'll really be sharing how to write an article that builds you a tribe, which can give you massive money, because then you have more people, more clientele dripping into you, into your funnels. And then also actually making money off of the articles. So
I mean, I'm going to be there. I'm always looking to learn. I love, I guess, my column is a little bit more thought leader centric, but there's always a way that you can build a tribe that wants what you have to offer when you make an offer. So I know there's a lot of strategies and you're so good at it. So I'm definitely going to be there. So join us. All you have to do is either pre-order the book if you're in the US, and then download the Kindle for only 99 cents, or get the Kindle, and there's just a couple of little steps. You just have to flip through the book and do a review, and then you unlock $15,000 of bonuses. Listen, Casey, thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me of being unapologetic. I am so thrilled to have you in the book and to share this worldwide. So, final parting words. What's the one message you want to leave people with? Maybe they're on the edge and they're not sure, like, I don't know, can I be unmessable? How can I do that for me? What's that message you want to leave everyone with today?
when it comes to being unmessable, it's what you said earlier. It's just take a step. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Not that I would ever actually eat an elephant. That's gross. But the point of it is that how do you do anything? You do it one step at a time. The first time you go for a run, you don't run a marathon. You don't run 26 miles right out the door. You run one. The first time that you lift weights, you don't lift 300 pounds at one time. You lift maybe 5. And that's the same thing when it comes to business and success, is that it just takes the right step. It's just the first choice to say, I'm going to take this one step and this one action. And then taking one step at a time, slowly, you're like, okay, I can do this. This is a little bit better. And then you get a little bit faster and things start to go a little bit faster for you. So I would say just take that step. And if that step is getting this book, get this book.
Right? Yeah. Step one, get the book. Step two, I think, is definitely like what you said earlier. Find a community. Find even that one person that is a bright light. If you hang around negative people, you're going to be the next negative person. Find that mentor or someone that you look up to and hang around them. Don't be creepy, but hang around. Go to events, go out and meet people. Life is happening out here. As much as the online thing is amazing and allows us to connect with people, go and chat with people and connect, right? And I think that's how I've become super unmessable. Thank you so much for all of your amazing wisdom, for your heart. Get it at beingunapologetic.com, friends. You are missing out if you don't. Don't forget to subscribe at David Speaks. That's David with an E, davidspeakstv.com. Okay, from me, David with an E, and Casey, also with an E in your name. Thanks so much for joining us. Casey, we'll see you at the big launch soon, and so many big things coming to downtown San Diego. So, I mean, we don't want to FOMO anyone. No fear of missing out, but we're just saying San Diego downtown, between what they're doing at Stijla, Success, and the magazine, and what I'm doing, you just got to be here. I mean, end of story. That's it, right?
Yeah, I totally agree.
All right, everyone. We'll see you soon. See you, Casey.
Thank you so much.